I'm Philip Stiekema from Team Architects. We're the designers and architects of this building. We've been around since 1996. We're currently two partners and we do bespoke designs. We concentrate on design, solving design problems, creating wealth for our clients and hopefully as a secondary consequence ourselves. I mean, this is a project that culminates a number of years of our knowing Michael. It'll be the third project we're doing together. And we first met Michael, he was in a gallery in London and a friend of ours happened to be sitting behind him watching a piece of art. And he mentioned to somebody next to him that he was moving to Cape Town and was going to be looking for an architect. And my friend tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Sorry, I just overheard you. You're looking for an architect in Cape Town. I've got just the guy." And so he approached us. And oddly enough, his wife at the time said, was actually on a movie shoot in Cape Town and was with a colleague who happened to be a client of ours. And she said, "No, we're meeting this architect." And this colleague said, no, I've got an architect for you. Don't worry, you don't need another architect. And it happened to be us as well. So it was a bit of a kind of a double endorsement of our kind of starting relationship. Michael, on the back of a concrete sort of installation we had done with him in an industrial building in Salt River, he said to me, "Philip, we're going to do this next one, but it's only going to be in concrete, top to bottom concrete. Do what you like as long as it's in concrete." We were at the time that Michael approached us, we were occupying a building just down the road. And so we were familiar with the footprint, with the challenges in a site of this nature, quite constrained. And I think, we always find it very interesting working with Michael. He has an amazing eye and kind of, in a way, curated the art of architecture into the space. We really liked the idea of being part of that. We had fun together. We liked the freedom and we liked the confidence he had in us. And I think just a good fit. The building is by its nature a little bit at odds with its immediate surrounding landscape. It's very much the sort of adolescent tooth in a child's mouth. But we're putting this building into a otherwise missing tooth in a road that has smaller buildings in it. So we're starting, I guess, the next generation of buildings. We're 5 stories next to 2- and 3-story houses. They'll catch up, inevitable. The zoning determines that, the value of land determines that. But I think more importantly is while we're waiting for that to happen, there's a kind of politeness that this building does actually reference. And I think it's summed up probably the best compliment I've ever had from the building, which is a guy who knocked on our door and he just said when we answered it, he said, "I just have to tell you, I've walked this road for a year and I've never noticed the building. And I noticed it and I can't stop noticing the building." I think what's interesting about a building like this, it references an element or an aspect of Buitengracht, which we certainly have become familiar with, having worked here for a number of years in the Buitengracht, is that the solid bits, the stone walls here, the big elements, the heavy elements remain. The light elements decay, get taken away, get stolen, get recycled. And I'd be intrigued to know how this building is going to re-reference itself after 50, 100 years, how the heaviness will remain and any of the light elements will be repurposed and changed. People often talk about concrete being a very unsustainable material. In many respects, if you measure it over a 20-year period, it doesn't compare to timber or bricks. But what happens if you measure it over a 50-year or 100 or 150-year period? It's difficult to take away. The likelihood it's going to stay is very high. So for us, that's very interesting kind of integration into a sustainability of a material that the better it is, the longer it lasts. And the longer it lasts, the more sustainable it is. You can find us on www.teamarchitects.co.za to find a bit more about what else we do.
Great.
Cool, that it?
Yeah.
Sick.